Hello, and welcome to Shaheen and Erica's Shit Show Extravaganza. My name is Shaheen, and I'm trying to escape reality.
どうもおはようございます。こんばんは、エリカです. I'm trying to become a Japanese YouTuber.
Wonderful. So, Erica, where have you been? Where have I been? Where have we been?
I've been in a void. Not sure. Just got back yesterday. That's it. But
Yeah.
really, I was in Vancouver for a week trying to steal beavers.
As one does. Uh,
Wasn't successful.
do they have rabies over there?
Um, I don't
or
know.
or
'Cause I
does
didn't even
Canada's
see one.
healthcare cover beavers' tetanus
Dude, you
shots?
can drink the tap water there, so I think they're fine.
Yeah. Um. So I know we took a break after season one, and then we came back with season two, and we were, on schedule for what the first three, no, for first four episodes.
Yeah.
And then we disappeared. We
Yeah.
died for a little bit, and we came back stronger than ever. And then we
And
took
then we
another
died
break.
again.
These weren't necessarily a break, so we'll just bring you up to speed for those that don't know what happened. So in September, traveled to the U.S., stayed in Maryland for a month, but that didn't stop our episodes. We that's when we started season two. But then when I came to San Diego, we released the Marty episode, and then we went on our Halloween adventure. And ever since then, like honestly, I remember saying that if this episode doesn't come out, then we're probably dead. And if you believe that we died, we wouldn't blame you because we we didn't upload the video until way past Halloween. And the reason for that is, first of all, I was in San Diego. It's a second home for me. A lot of my friends are there. Unlike Maryland, where it was just me and my dad. Most of the time, I did have a lot of free time to do stuff. But especially because when it comes to the vlogging episodes, I'm the one that edits them, as opposed to Erica, because Erica usually does most of the work when it comes to the regular episodes. But the vlog, we had two different cameras or two different perspectives recording. So there's Erica, I like our car, and Marcos's car. And after that day, we had 2 day. I had 2 days where I had time to edit, but Marcos didn't send his part, and the reason why he had so much difficulty sending it is unlike us, where we kind of recorded things and then paused every now and then, making short clips and removing anything unnecessary or wasn't entertaining enough. Marcos just kept the whole thing going for like I think over 50 minutes. He had like one long ass video, and we weren't ready for a feature film yet, so we couldn't he couldn't send it to me easily. And then circumstances increased, and I ran out of time because I wanted to spend a lot of time with friends, and editing is very time consuming. So I didn't work on the video until I was back, and then when I was back, worked on the video, released it, and then Erica was gonna travel, so that's where the second death came in. But yeah, we're gonna go back to our schedule. Hopefully, we'll stick to this. We're not that big enough where we could bend the rules every now and then, so we'll try to be humble again. Erica, do you want to add to anything?
Yeah, so well, it was a combination of it being days and working and then trying to get another job and then going on vacation, so I was kind of busy and, I can't do too much or my job brain will. So I said after my trip, I'll come back to it. And here I am, beaverless, but still doing a podcast.
Yeah, and I mean it's appropriate
That,
that we chose this topic too, because we just procrastinated the. Well, I don't know. I'm not even gonna blame Erica. I procrastinated the shit out of the video. I
I
I
don't
I,
blame you.
I'm just taking my damn time to release that last video. But now I'm back. I'm slightly better than before. Not health wise, just ready for this podcast. Overall, I'm ready to do this again, and hopefully we stick to it.
Hopefully.
Yeah. But in terms of procrastination, I think it's a very common thing, especially nowadays where there's so many distractions. Back then, people only had the sun to keep them going, and then nighttime they just fucking sleep, right? But
Hmm.
nowadays you can easily get distracted by your phone, video games, going out, talking to friends, jacking out, anything could just get your mind off of working and just being lazy, basically. Would you agree?
Yeah. I do like 2 minutes of work and reward myself with 15 minutes of phone time.
Yeah,
I think it's a fair trade off.
it is. It is. I think they said that the best way to study, and I read this somewhere, but I mean, doesn't mean it's true, but they say the best way is like 40 minutes study and then 15 to 20 minutes breaks. Like that's the best way you could study. But what if I blended in all those 20 minutes throughout the 40 minutes and it's just like very like 2 minutes of studying and 1 minute of break? I get nowhere in life. I know a thing or two about procrastination because I was a really shitty student, first of all. Second of all, even my personal projects, like I'm I like writing, and I'm working on a story, and I started the story way back in high school, but boy golly gee did I procrastinate. Like there's a lot of pages that I've written now, but I mean, I some of them can be excused. Like college years were pretty difficult to throw in hobbies in there, especially when I was in JSA and having that responsibility as well. But during summer breaks or winter breaks, I'd always like choose hanging out with friends as opposed to getting shit done. But now coming back, I've been a little bit more focused on it, and even other projects like our filming project. Like it's hard to work on it. Well, there's other obstacles in that too, but procrastination definitely plays a little bit of a role here and there. So yeah, I'm an overall just shitty person, I guess, when it comes to work. But for anyone who's hiring, I'm really good at working in general, though. So you just have to have faith in me. Please don't send this to anyone. Erica, would you like to talk about your experiences with procrastination?
Um, I mean, I'm not that stupid.
No, you definitely have grades that put mine to shame. I know that for sure.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm not gonna be humble about that. Yeah.
Yeah, no, it's fine.
But,
Own up to it. It's fine.
um, but I feel like even that it's just me, but I felt like I never did it. So I think towards the end, like senior and senior year, I would fuck it, and I would do everything last minute. Actually, no, I remember. Great procrastination story. I wrote a 14-page essay in 2 days and got an A on it. Like, what a crackhead move.
See, I've done something similar, but I think I got like an F minus. Back in high school, we had the IB program. If you're not familiar with it, it's the International Baccalaureate, and it's basically like first level college, like it's college level classes, but in high school. And there's one assignment that everyone who takes the full diploma has to do, which is the 4,000 word essay, and it's supposed to take 2 years to work on it. Like you're supposed to do research, attach it to the topic. Like I was a business, I was doing business. You're supposed to pick a higher level class that you were taking and then write about something like relevant, like your capstone basically. And I just didn't do it because I could make up excuses, but also I'm pretty lazy. Like our teacher, our business teacher, just out of nowhere after the first year, just disappeared. Ended up in China. We don't know what happened. So they brought in this other guy that doesn't really teach that well, and our advisor was because I went to an all boys school, so our advisor was the business teacher in the girls' campus. We don't see her every day. We have to go to the girls' campus to go meet her. And as much as horny as boys were back in high school, there's something that always trumps seeing girls, which is seeing teachers. So we definitely avoided going there. Me and my other friend that was doing a business thing too. So I said I'm not gonna do it. I wasn't planning on getting the diploma either. I just wanted to basically get as much out of the school as possible in terms of education. And I did pass like a couple of the IB classes, which allowed me to skip some first year classes in college. But I mean, I didn't want the diploma. There's no way I was gonna get it. So I remember the 2 days before the paper was due, my advisor, the IB advisor, not the business class advisor, came up to me and was like, Shaheen, you're not gonna write the essay? I said, yeah, I'm not gonna do it. And he just looked at me. He says, you have to do. I believe in you. I'm like, oh fuck, you're gonna do that to me? And then I rushed home. I skipped school for a whole day. I was working on it. I think I fell asleep on the keyboard. And then the next day, I just submitted something. I don't remember anything. I don't remember writing anything. It was just 4,000 words of gibberish. I think I wrote about video games. And I submitted it, and it was one of the worst experiences of my life. But, you know, this one goes out to you, Mr. Sivag. Thanks for believing in me at my worst. But yeah, it's a very common thing that I always write. Even the story that I'm working on, the inspiration I got from it was like how I started working on it was we had an assignment in class where we had to create our own like Greek mythology legend bullshit, and I kept procrastinating for like a week from when the assignment was due, and I started working on it like the night before, maybe around like 9-10 p.m. And I just couldn't stop writing. I kept going, and I was like, hey, maybe, you know, this is where I get my zen. But yeah, so procrastination, you know, or the gym. The second, because I go to the gym since coming back, I've been going to the gym in the morning, like 9 a.m. And if I'm good, I'm good. But man, I don't want to take a nap after eating breakfast, because then I just think, like, I can't get myself up to go to the gym. But then I feel bad about wasting money. It's the whole gym thing again. But yeah, I'm lazy is what my point is.
Yeah. Back to school. I mean, I just don't go to the gym, but back to school. One of my favorites, like my greatest production, was when I procrastinated my capstone project and just made it about Zac Efron. Or not even Zac Efron, but Troy Bolton from High School Musical. And every slide had a picture of Troy Bolton. And I got an A on that presentation.
You know what? We should make an episode of you presenting that.
Oh man, it was so good. Like, I was so proud of myself. Like, this is the biggest bullshit of my life. People were like, I'm not even joking. Someone's like, you should do the speech at our honors graduation. And I'm like, yeah, too bad I'm not going.
That's what I'm saying. You should make a video. We should make a video about your presentation if people want to see it. Because you showed me a little bit of it. It's pretty funny.
It's really good.
Yeah.
Everyone was laughing.
Yeah.
And then, like, I told my friend was in the class, and she's like, wow, you actually did it, but you pulled it off. And I'm like, yep. She's like, you're the only person who could. I'm like, thanks. So, and then, like, it was like kind of rough because the girl after me talked about her stories, and then she started crying. Troy Bolton, guys, am I right?
It's like, stop being a bitch. You're killing my vibe here.
Yeah, we had to recap our college career, and so I don't know. I was just like, like one of them was like, so you're wondering how did I get here? I don't know. Who knows?
Yeah, it was pretty good. It was pretty good. It's pretty funny.
Procrastination is like, I would say, like the sister who always picks on me, but in the end is really looking out.
That's a Twitter post right there. You just dropped some wisdom. But
Thanks.
yeah. I mean,
I
procrastination.
think Gandhi said it actually.
Yeah, Gandhi said procrastination is the sister that beats me up. So many wise words.
What a key.
Yeah, I mean, I benefited because I did my caps. Obviously, mine wasn't as good. If I had the chance to present, I knew I would. I know I would have had a good time, but mine was a paper, per usual for a political science major, and I did it. I didn't even do a rough draft. I just worked on it the last night. I was going through a migraine too, so I would take painkillers, then sleep for 2 hours until they kicked in, get up, work for 2 hours, take painkillers again when it starts acting up again. And I just did that process all through the night.
I don't think that's healthy.
Yeah, you know what? I still needed to graduate, and I went up. I was so sassy to my teacher too. I went to my professor and I said, "Yeah, here's my paper." And he's like, "You never submitted a rough draft." Like, you know what? Fuck you. Because here's the thing, that guy was picking on me because I had to get a job or an internship. I mean, for my capstone, and I said, "Okay, let's follow the process." So I open up a bunch of links that are recommended on the website, and I applied to all of them, or all of them that I could do my work on, and they never got back to me. So I went up to the teacher, to the professor, and I said, "Hey, none of them responded." This was after 1 week. We had a meeting, and he said, "Okay, apply to these," and he gave me more, and I applied, and nobody responded. So now it's halfway through February, and he's like, "You need to submit a rough, or not rough draft. Like, you need to submit." Something like how about your internship. I'm like, I don't have an internship, so I didn't submit anything. He's like, "Oh, I'm gonna give you an F." I'm like, it's beyond my control. Nobody's responding. And then somebody finally responded after I applied a month prior on March, like the beginning of March, and then, or like I think, yeah, middle of March, halfway. So then I told him, "Hey, I finally got a thing," and then they interviewed me, and I got the position. It's weird telling them I'm only going to be here for a month and a half, but I didn't tell them that until they gave me the position. And then when I did start working, like the first day, my rough draft was due. And he's like, "Where's your rough draft?" And I was like, "The rough draft is about me working here, and I haven't worked here yet, so I don't know." And he says, "I'm going to give you an F again." I'm like, that makes no sense. Why are you giving an F? I have no control over who hires me and who doesn't hire me. What am I going to do? And everyone started responding. All the people that I sent my applications to started responding like 2 months after I sent it. They're like, "Oh, we're interested in blah, blah, blah. When can you come in?" I'm like, "Fuck off. I'm graduating soon." What do you mean you? Like, it pissed me off. So in that last meeting, I said, "It's not fair. It's not fair that you're giving me Fs when I had nothing. It's beyond my control. I did all I could. I applied for the positions, and I waited until I got the positions. These papers require me to have the position already at hand." He pissed me off, and he says, "Listen, it's rare that anyone fails the paper. If you wrote it, you're at least gonna get a passing grade." Like, and he, you know what? I said, "All I need is a C to graduate. That's all I need." And he gave me a C minus. What a cunt! Like, he pissed me off so much. But luckily, another teacher gave me a B plus, which evened that out for my final grade, and I graduated. But I hate him so much. He was like, "Okay, I'm not even going to give him the thing that he asked for, even though he got fucked over by everything." Anyway, this went far from procrastination.
It did, but it's okay.
But I had to get it out. But yeah, I don't even remember his name. And he was an Arabic teacher, so you can tell that I'm not racist. I just hate him. He's so smart, though. Fuck him. Anyway, back to reality. Procrastination, yeah.
Snap back to reality.
Whoop, there goes procrastination.
All right.
Yeah. Do you have anything more you want to add to being lazy?
My brother's worse at it than I, so I don't feel that bad.
True. Well, I mean, I think I'm the worst off in my family, but here's the thing. I think people just make me feel bad when I'm actually like doing. They don't count me writing my story as doing actual work, and I get it because I'm not getting money out of it. But still, like, I'm still doing something. It's not like I'm sitting on the couch with my hands in my pants. Like, I'm not, you know. Hey, you know what? It's fine. It's whatever.
Well, I mean, like, work-wise, like, my brother would literally, like, I don't know, sometimes he just wouldn't do it. So, like, that's what I mean. Like, I'm better than him. So, you know.
So it's not about procrastination. It's just about never doing it.
Yeah, just straight up, like, whatever.
Okay. I really hope he doesn't listen to these episodes.
No, he doesn't. And
Well,
even if he does, he knows the truth.
yeah. But yeah, I mean, being proactive is good. I think getting shit done. It's so hard to get off the procrastination cycle. Like I remember so many times in high school and in college where I wanted to be on top of things. Oh, you gave me an assignment due 2 weeks from now. I'll do it right now. I remember going through a very extreme phase in accounting class where my friend and I would finish all the assignments halfway through the semester at like in the first month. Like we'd be done with everything. So we don't have to deal with any pressure or any issues, and we'd be on top of it because we already failed the class once. But it's so weird doing that because you'd think that you'd feel better about it, but not really. Like maybe it feels good in the beginning, but you still get fucked over in the exams. So I don't know. Just even I had a summer class where they gave us a writing assignment every week, and I would do it the same day because it was a night class. So I would do it on the same day. I still get a very high, like when it comes to writing, I'm pretty decent. So I still get like 9s or 10s out of 10, obviously. I wouldn't be bragging to say, yeah, I get 9 out of 100, so it's whatever. But that's procrastination will always be something that takes priority in my life, which is ironic the way I'm phrasing this. The only time I don't procrastinate is actual job, like office. I'm in my job. I'm right there. When it came to JSA, I rarely ever procrastinate. When I was working at the marketing agency last year, I was on top last year. Holy shit, 2 years ago, a year and a half ago. I was on top of shit all the time. I would have 8 hours to work, and I would finish everything within the first 4 hours. I'm a machine when it comes to working in offices. Even at the IRC in San Diego when I was working there, I would never stop working. I kept working. I hate school, I guess. I just hate assignments. I hate being graded, I think. Maybe that's why. Sense. I mean, we grow up hating school. If they teach us to like school, maybe we'd be different. If teachers weren't so anal about everything, we'd be different. Because I had some really good teachers where I don't want to procrastinate. Like I had an English class in 9th grade once, and I had 100% for an entire semester. I've never done that in my life. And the only reason why is because the teacher's such a fun time. He just jokes around. He makes things fun. When he's teaching us, we studied like fucking Shakespeare, and he made it sound fun. Nothing against Shakespeare, just, Romeo and Juliet is the worst thing ever written. But not the worst thing, but it's pretty up there.
No, it is.
Yeah. I mean, you're an English major. You have a lot more to say. But, yeah.
You don't need to be an English major to know Romeo and Juliet.
Yeah, I know, but you have a better understanding of why it's even shittier than usual. But yeah, I hated that story. But if you have a good instructor, you can get used to enjoying, even going to the gym. If somehow your trainer, if you have a trainer, or a gym buddy, someone who makes the experience fun. So I'm also listening to this Audible called The Power of Habits or something. And they said, like, how to get into the habit of doing some, like, healthy things, like going to the gym. And they say you need to have something that triggers it. For example, have your gym clothes hanging outside so that when you wake up, you see it and you immediately start getting ready for the gym. Or tying your shoelaces could be a sign of your body getting ready to go to the gym. You get into the habit of that. Luckily, I wear shoelaces, like exercise shoes everywhere I go, so that doesn't affect me. And they said you need to have something positive waiting at the end, like a milkshake, or I don't know, certain type of food that gets you excited, and you only earn it after you go to the gym. And I'm like, what is the thing that makes me happy about going to the gym? And then I realized it. The best part about going to the gym is leaving the gym. So that walk, that saunter that I have leaving the gym and heading to my car is the best feeling ever. And I go to the gym solely to experience that on my way to the car. I'm like, I'm done. I'm fucking done. And I just do that. That's my only inspiration to go to the gym. And it's sad and funny at the same time. But yeah, I think we can habitually change who we are. Just takes time and effort if you care enough. Again, if you care. We should talk about habits someday. I'm really into this Audible thing. It's really informative. But anyway.
Okay.
What do you want to do now? You want to wrap it up?
Yeah.
Okay. The People's Choice Awards. We are doing the People's Choice Awards. You want to go first or me?
I can go first.
Go.
Oh shit, let me pull up I'm laying down. Perks of holding the mic. Oh, no one cares, but well, staying over at Shaheen's hotel, I broke my mic stand, so now I have to hold my mic until I feel like buying a new stand. But I probably won't until I get a new mic altogether.
Procrastination. That's what we call it.
Yes, I don't procrastinate. That exemplifies it. All right, so my person procrastinated and answered the question 24 hours after it was posted, which, kudos to you, man. That's meta.
It's very better.
Um, Endless cycle of procrastination and panic, doesn't matter which one starts the cycle. That's true. That's how I feel. Procrastination. Like, I'll just panic. Then I'm like, ugh, just calm down. You can do it later. And then I start, like, I procrastinate and then I panic again. And then, like, until you hit the deadline. Like, everything turns out alright in the end, but if, you don't procrastinate, you wouldn't subject yourself to such terrible stress, but,
It's a bit of a masochistic process.
It really is. Like, it doesn't even benefit you to do this to yourself. But here we are in this vicious cycle
Of self-fucking.
Yeah. Anyways, that's it. That's all I gotta say. I agree. That's how I feel.
Mine is a little bit mixture of both, I guess, because they both kind of said the same thing. One of them said, I work better under stress, and the other person said, honestly, I get more productive. They're, like, for me personally, I don't know, it's because maybe I've only experienced work that way, like working earlier just doesn't give me that rush, But working,
like whipping your own back.
yeah,
Honestly.
you're like, oh yeah, do it again, like I work on things last minute and it just gives me the fucking juice. Like I would look at my watch and I'm like, there is 12 hours until midnight. My exam is tomorrow at 9 a.m. and then it's 11 p.m. I'm like, oh yeah, let's do this right now. Oh yeah, like I'd start studying, or I'd just study for a little bit and wake up at like fucking 7 a.m. Like, oh, let's fucking do this. Like, it just gets me going. I don't know if that's healthy. I don't know if that's going to affect future relationships. I don't know if anything is going to go right in my future if that's my mentality. But it really does get my brain and my blood flowing, knowing that I have a... It's funny because I hate timed video games. I hate games with, like, a limit or whatever. But here I am saying, ooh, there's an hour left. Let's do this. You know what I mean? It's a gut wrench time. I don't know. It's dumb. It's unhealthy. I still get some of my best work under pressure. So, yeah, that's all I gotta say about that.
I agree.
Okay,
I just think about that. Wait, no,
Yeah.
sorry, I'm not done. I just think about that 14-page paper, and it was just not a fun time. Like, I was not with the vibe,
It was not fun. Nothing
Yeah.
was fun. But here we go again, over and over.
And it was
again.
like, yeah, dude, it was about like the Victorian era. Like, it was like fun for me because I'm an English major, but at the same time, I'm like, this is like, I don't know. That's why my brain is so fried, because I kept doing shit like that, and it just like, it was just like writing a 14-page paper in 2 days meant no sleep.
You know what that reminds
don't
me
even
also?
know.
It reminded me also
What?
of I took a poli sci, I think 200 level class, and we had a paper due, and mine was about was it comparing political, like how certain countries weathered the recession, or not the recession, the depression. Well, I mean, both are depressing, but yeah. So I had to write about certain countries, and I chose Germany and China. And I wrote this the morning of, not even the night before, the morning of. And I was late to class because I was finishing it up in the LARC lab right next to where my class was. And I missed apparently the teacher let the students go early. See, here's the thing. I would not procrastinate if I wasn't rewarded for it. Like, if I wasn't getting good grades for it or getting a pass for it, I would not be doing it more and more. Because the teacher left the class. Everyone's dismissed. My friend in the class didn't warn me. because she's an ass. And then when I just gave up. I had my fucking paper. It looks like a fucking pamphlet because of how many pages. While I'm going up to get food from the Thursday market, farmers market on campus, the teacher was coming from the farmers market, and I said, "Oh, hey, what's up, professor?" I came up with some bullshit like, "Oh, I didn't make it to class, but here's my paper. I just didn't get to submit it." And he says, "Yeah, I'll take it from you right now." I'm like, "For like really? Like no tardy, nothing?" They're like, "Yeah, yeah." And I just gave it to him. He puts it in his bag, and I got 100%. And I was like,
That's really nice.
I'm like, stop rewarding me for my bad habits. Punish me. Like, this is not okay. This is why I continue to do bad things.
Call me a sinner.
Yeah, call me a slut while you slap me. Like, don't say, "Oh, good job. Here's 100%." It's their fault. It's society. Society's the issue. You get what you fucking deserve," said Joker. And I can't believe we're getting good grades for being assholes. Anyway, someone talking to me? We're good. Anyway, I thought someone was talking to me. Anyway, so let's wrap this up because I got a boogie. Thank you for watching. It's a video. Thanks for watching and listening to this week's episode. We hope to come back to on a healthier schedule. No promises, but we do try. We will try. I will try. And Erica, can you confirm you're trying?
Sure.
Yeah. Okay. There we go. I think we're good. Thank you for listening to this week's episode, and let's leave you with a little. Let's see if I still got it after all these years. I said years. It's a few months. Okay.
That was good.
There we go. What